It's Monday, August 20th. Welcome to Pastor Bob Daily. My friend Tanya on Twitter says, "Hey, good looking, what you got cooking?" I like that. Actually, a lot of you have asked about what I have cooking back here in that pot. And, every single day I make what's called Hippocrates soup. You can find the recipe on the web. But I eat it every day. It's part of my health regimen. And I am getting well. I've been kind of sick the last year. And I'm feeling so much better, and it's part of what I'm doing. So, and I'd recommend it. It tastes great. Christian from Sweden says, "My wife and I are members of a great church and interact with other families and friends there. One couple in particular has proved to be toxic friends over the years. There's constant drama with them, and it feels like whenever we meet, they tend to dump their stuff, gossip, possible mistreat, and family status on us. As a result, we have stepped back and tried to restrict our interaction with them to only meet in church, as well as hanging out with other friends. We live close to them, and their child likes to play with our children, which causes a dilemma. How do you relate to friendship toxicity in the church and when they constantly crave attention and help and still remain good Christians?" Well, Christian, this is a difficult one, isn't it? And there are a lot of toxic things in churches these days, and folks, it has to be dealt with. It has to be dealt with. Because church isn't supposed to be toxic. It's the one place that you should be able to go and be free from all of that. The Bible says that our relationship with the Lord and others is based on love and forgiveness. And one of the places that we are supposed to see that in action is the church. So here's what you do. You have one of two choices. You can either leave the church and find another one, although it's difficult to find any church without some kind of toxic things. And the reason for that is because they allow people in there. Churches would be fine if it wasn't for people. So anytime you have interaction, you're going to have some difficulties. But the second thing, and this is the preferable one, is that you begin to talk about it. Now, I don't know if you've done this before, Christian, but this is something that every church really needs to talk about and address. You have to talk about boundaries, and you have to talk about proper relationships within the church. Now, the first thing you should do is go to this couple and say, here's how we feel. We really love you, but this relationship is toxic. Can we fix it? Or do we just need to avoid each other? And folks, avoiding each other really isn't a very good choice. Once you start avoiding one person and then another and another, the place becomes toxic to you and you don't feel like walking in the front door. So what do? Well, the Bible says that we have to work out our relationships, that we have to do it with love and we have to do it with forgiveness. And so, this is an important thing, and you need to sit down with this couple and say, here's exactly what's going on. We feel real uncomfortable with your gossip, with the way that you mistreat your family, with the way that, whatever it is that's going on. We feel uncomfortable with it, and we want to be friends with you. We like you, and our children like each other. But we have to set boundaries, not only for us, but for our children as well. Now, folks, let me say this. If your children are playing with children of families that are very toxic, you're going to run into some problems. Children talk to each other. Children kind of feel the atmosphere around them. And even though the children may be good friends, it's just a matter of time before they pick up on what's going on as well. It really is family interaction with family. It's not just children with children. And so it's really important that you get this settled. Now, if you can't settle it between the two families, then you need to go to the pastor and say, can we begin the process of healing in this congregation? Can we talk about proper friendships? Can we talk about healing and restoration of relationships? Can we discuss all of that in an atmosphere that not only gives the information, but offers a time where people can begin to do it in the building? And ask the pastor to be part of that answer, because he really needs to be. Well, I hope that helps, Christian, and I hope that your friendship is restored, and others of you who have these kinds of friendships, I hope the same thing happens with you. God bless you. Have a great day.